tea to spill about this trailer, but let's watch it first. I think my biggest question, just creatively going into the trailer, is does it just look like a bigger episode of The Mandalorian, or does it feel cinematic? All right, let's take a look at this thing, and then we'll talk about the drama. Disney, always in the middle of drama, although often of their own making. Okay, here we go. He's so cute. He's making friends, his own size. I love it. She's bigger. She'll be Din Djarin's friend. You need longer arms, Grogu. I like that he has more agency. Swimming.
Impressive.
He really likes his snack. I think he can fight sitting down. Oh, we lost somebody. Forged for IMAX. Oh, puppet versus puppet.
Good shot, baby.
Is Grogu still not going to speak? And I don't think he's a baby anymore. I think he's a toddler. Well, I can see why that's not actually trending very high. I think there's a couple of reasons, but it's way too early for a trailer for this movie. It doesn't come out until May 2026. It was plays more like an industry clip reel than it does like a trailer to get you all excited, right? That's crazy. But anyway, this movie comes out in May 2026, the end of May. And Lilo and Stitch had that date this year, did extremely well, made $1 billion. Stitch, Grogu, very similar. I see the vision. I see the team up in the future, maybe, although we're still waiting on that princess team up movie. Disney, we give you the ideas to print money, and yet you do not press print. So anyway, the first trailer for Lilo and Stitch came out in March, just a couple of months before the release date. Now, obviously, they were a little nervous about launching Stitch. Turned out great. He looks fabulous. He's the best thing about that live action movie. But, maybe Star Wars obviously has a lot more, well, supposedly, or used to, grandeur. And it's been a minute since there's been a Star Wars movie, right? It's been 6 years. It'll be 7 by the time this movie comes out. And so maybe they want to get people hyped, right? They're like the return of Star Wars. But here's the problem with that theory, and that's that during that hiatus from the theatrical experience, what have they been playing? Mostly Mandalorian and Grogu. So that's not new or anything. And people didn't even like the last season of Mandalorian and Grogu very much. It was touch and go, but I thought it ended on a really nice note. I would have preferred, you know what I would have liked a lot more in this? Star Wars Rebels Easter eggs. That would have made me so happy. Like, where's Ezra Bridger? Can't he be in this movie? I mean, I know they're having an Ahsoka season 2, and so they're saving the goodies for that one. But that's kind of what I'm more excited about at this point. Also, that when I think about this trailer, it seems to skew quite young, Like, maybe that's just how they decided to play the trailer. But it seems like it's for babies, right? Like Star Wars babies. And there's an audience for that, I'm sure, but not as big an audience for something that's 4-quadrant. And so I'm sure the movie's not like that, but for some reason they cut the trailer that way, which is kind of weird. It's also weird because the rumor is that they want this to play in front of Tron Ares. And that's why, even though the Jimmy Kimmel situation's not putting Disney in a great place right now, right? And who wants to potentially have Mandalorian and Grogu pulled into that conversation if you don't need to? And the movie's so far away, you would think they would wait. Although they were trying to wait. This trailer was supposed to debut, rumor is, last week. But I guess they're like, it's taken too long to get Kimmel back on the air. We just have to drop it. Why do we have to drop the trailer? Because apparently we want to play it in front of Tron Ares. But why? I think Tron Ares is going to tank. I wouldn't want to be associated with Tron Ares either if I were this movie. You know, nobody believes Jared Leto is the soldier, the optimal soldier from the future. No one believes that but Jared Leto. And unfortunately for Disney, he is one of the creative forces behind the film. Somebody should have gently taken him aside and said, no. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll see how Tron Ares performs. We'll see how Mandalorian and Grogu ends up doing. I don't think that's not a big conversation generator. And it seems like a very small, like for young kids. And so, and it's so early. So I just kind of don't understand the whole marketing tactic for this movie. We'll see if it's a slam dunk for them. You know, I think they went the safe bet with Mandalorian and Grogu. And Jon Favreau, great track record for Disney. So I wouldn't necessarily bet against him. But maybe so far, I'm not seeing a reason to bet for him. You know, it's like, okay, good luck. But what do you think? What did you think of this trailer? What do you think of, how does the movie look to you? Did this make you feel excited? Are you planning to see Tron Ares? Would you have just kept waiting to drop this trailer? Or do you think it's important to get well, they're not starting a conversation really, but you know, they're trying to. All right, so thanks for watching with me. Share those thoughts down below, subscribe today, and of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.